Hi guys, I'm here to talk to you today about some smart rules for better living. Never, under any circumstances, ever take a sleeping pill and a laxative at the same time. The reason why the human race will never accomplish its full potential can be boiled down to one word: meetings. People who want to share their religious views with you rarely want you to share yours with them. People should never confuse their career with their life. No one cares if you can't dance. Just get up and dance anyway. The most destructive force in the universe is gossip. She said, "What? Your friends love you anyway." This one goes specifically for men. Never, under any circumstances, ever say anything that would remotely imply that a woman is pregnant, unless you can see a baby emerging from her at that exact moment. There comes a certain age at which you should stop expecting people to make a big deal out of your birthday. That age is 11. The one thing that unites all of humanity, regardless of age, creed, sex, gender identity, ethnic background, or economic situation, is that every single one of us believes that we are above average drivers. This one is extremely important. Be sure to pay attention. It never fails. A person who is nice to you but is rude to a waiter or waitress is not a nice person. Never be afraid to try anything experimental or new. Remember, a lone amateur built the Ark, but a team of professionals built the Titanic.
Men are like fine wine. They start out as grapes, and it's up to the woman to stomp the crap out of them until they turn into something acceptable to have dinner with.
There's a fine line between hobby and mental illness. Speaking of hobbies, something that I love to do is to collect Star Trek collectibles. Let us journey together where no one has gone before. Well, at least no one other than me, my wife, my brother, my friends, anyone who knows me, anyone who happens to run across me, anyone who just happens to pass me in the street. Yeah, you get the point. I'm only a little obsessed.
Obsessed? You have 3 moving crates full of Star Trek things.
Silence, woman! I have a few things like this. This one happens to be in mint condition. It's a little bit dusty, but you'll get the point. It's a new take on an old favorite. Monopoly, the Star Trek version. This one, I will admit, is very cool, but I kind of am ashamed at the same time. The Barbie version from Star Trek. For this next little section, I'm not going to show you all of what I have because I have many thousands, but I do have full sets of collector's cards from each of the series. Quite a few have been made. I do have a bunch of full sets. The nice thing is that none of them have ever been touched by human hands. Whenever I would do anything to get them into the sleeves, take them out of everything, they're actually all in mint condition because I used gloves and that kind of thing. So there's no oils and all that kind of stuff touching it. I also have every one of the TV Guide Star Trek editions. This is the large sized one. When they ended the series, they came out with this. I do have all of the TV Guide editions though, and that's pretty cool. Those are really hard to find. I have a lot of magazines. I have a full set of the Star Trek comics that came out and the Star Trek Next Generation comics that came out. I have just about every book from Star Trek that's been published and that kind of thing. I also have a lot of autographs that have been done by stars both from the original series and later series as well. The one thing though that I am most proud of owning and probably will never ever get rid of is what I call the granddaddy of my collection. This is I hope that you can see it from here. I'll bring it a little bit closer so that you can see it a little bit better. This is a signed, it's in a frame, so I hope the glass is not reflecting too heavily. If it is, I'm sorry, but you'll get the idea. It is a signed cast picture from the original series. Every one of the cast signed this picture, including Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek. And as any Star Trek fan probably knows, a lot of the members of the cast, including Gene Roddenberry himself, have passed away, so it's impossible to get their signatures anymore. And these were all signed by hand, not stamped, and it's not a reproduction. So that one I'm pretty proud of. It's worth quite a bit of money, but I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. It's definitely a piece to keep. So what are you addicted to? What are you into? What's your hobbies? Leave a comment below and let us know. I'm very interested in all of your results.